Right, let's start today's session. This is the fourth session of Python package course. In the last session, we discussed about how to install, how to download and install PyCharm editor, and how to create a project using PyCharm editor, and how to create Python files in that PyCharm editor project we discussed. And today we'll discuss fundamental concepts in Python. So these are very important fundamental concepts: comment sections, keywords or reserved words, indentation, identifiers, variables, and then multiple assignments. Before going to start these concepts, let's open our project. Let's flip to PyCharm editor and go to search and type PyCharm Community Edition. You just click over there. And we created a new project in the last session that I would like to open it now. So whenever you open PyCharm editor, recently with project you are working, that project will be open. But if you want to open a new project or existing project, your own project, you have to go to the location of your project where you saved in your computer. For example, I have saved the new project name like Python project at 7 a.m. in G drive. So we have to open that from D drive. So first let it be open PyCharm editor. So this is not your project, okay? Recently, on which project I use, that project is opening right now. But let me open your project here. To open existing project, you just click on File menu of PyCharm editor. Here, click on Open. Open option is there. And go to the location where you saved your project. I have saved my project location like D drive, that is Python project 7 a.m. Click on OK. Click on this window. So it's opening our project now. So the project which we discussed in the last session. Okay, how to write code and how to create files. Also we discussed any number of files we can add to this project. So every .py file is one program here. Test.py is one program. Test.py is one program. And which program, which file you want to execute, that on that file you have to right click on it simply. And other just right click on it and click on run test one. So execution is over and output is available in the output window here. This is console window also we can call it. Okay. So let's flip to our topics today. So fundamental concepts in Python. First one is comments. So what is comments here? Comments are very common for every programming language, even in HTML, JavaScript, C language, C++, C#.NET, Java, anywhere comment sections are useful. Even in Python also we can include some comments. So comments can be used in two different ways. Option number one, if you have written some lines of code in your program, but some of the lines if you don't want to consider in the execution context. So if you want to exclude that lines from the execution, then we can put that lines into comment section. Or else another option number two is there. For what purpose we use comments? Comments can be used to write your description. Means while creating a program or while writing the functions, then what purpose you create a code, what purpose you create a function, create a class. So if you want to make other people to understand, then write your comments in the descriptive way, so that when they'll watch your comment, so they'll understand code clearly, what purpose you have written that code. So these are the two options are available with comment section. Suppose in this program, look at here, I'm trying to add one more print statement here, just hello I want. So this test1.py will execute this all lines. So result we will get 10 plus 20, 30, hello also will display here. So this total code is executing and it is coming like result sum is 30, hello is coming like this. Got my? Now I don't want to execute this one. This program I don't want to execute, only I want to include this. So these lines I want to exclude from the project execution. These lines I want to exclude. How I can exclude? We just put these lines into comment section. So there are two types of comments are there. One is single line comment is there, and next one is multi-line comment is there. Okay, single line comment, and then multi-line comment is available. Multi-line comment, single line comment, multi-line comment. Single line comment starts with hash symbol. Multi-line comment starts with triple quotes, ends with triple quotes. So if you want to put the comment every line, then starting you have to include hash symbol. And to put the comment multiple lines together and how many number of lines you want to consider comment, then you can use that starting letter, starting triple quotes, ending triple quotes. Now see here. So just I'm including triple single quotes, started here, ended here. So these lines are into comment section. So these lines will not consider from the execution part. We are excluding these lines from the execution. Got my point? This is multi-line comment. Suppose we can also use single line comments. Like every line we have to use hash symbol. Suppose I don't want to include this hello, then you can use single line comment hash symbol. So this is single line comment. Only this portion will execute, this will be ignored. So this is the comment section. Or else you can write your description also. For example, I want to write description here for my program. So this is a program. This is a program for adding two numbers. This is my description. This is not including in the execution part. This is just for, as per my consideration, as per my understanding point of view, this I have written program. Whenever I look back this program, I can understand this program is for adding two numbers. Either you can use single line comment or multi-line comment, anyone you can use. This is comments in Python. This is one of the basic fundamental concept working with PyCharm editor and working with Python programming. Now, another important thing is keywords or reserved words. In every programming language, keywords are there. Keywords, we can also call it as reserved words. Why we are calling reserved words? The words which are reserved for something. For what purpose that words are reserved, same purpose we have to use. Strictly remember, keywords are reserved words. The words which are reserved for something, that purpose only we have to use, and other purpose we cannot use. In Python also we have lot of keywords. To get keywords in Python, there is a simple program I will recommend to write. So what is the simple program to recommend to write to get the keywords list in Python? So simple. Just give me 1 second. Now coming to these keywords. To get the keyword list completely, what we need to do? Just go to your program. Okay. So let me remove this, not required here. To get the keyword list, import keyword. Your keyword is what actually? Library or module we can call it as. Import keyword. This is what library or module, and print keyword dot kw list. Keyword dot kw list. Import keyword, print keyword dot kw list. If you write these two lines, when I try to execute this, see here, you will get complete keyword list in Python. Sorry, getting keyword list or not? Yes. This is list format. In Python, list can be created by using square bracket. So you can see starting square bracket is there, ending square bracket is there. This is list. These are all keywords are available. So strictly remember, Python is a case-sensitive programming language, which I said in the last sessions. So how the way the keywords are present here, same way you have to use it. For example, false, F capital, none, N capital, true, P capital. Only these keywords are starting letter as capital, rest of all are lower cases only. And every keyword I'm going to explain in our upcoming sessions. So I cannot explain one by one keyword at this moment only, because it depends on situation. We have to explain that. So for all the concepts in upcoming concepts, compulsory in our daily discussion, some keywords will be useful in our sessions. So I will tell you clearly what keyword, what purpose I'm going to use in coming sessions. But I want to make you know, to understand this, what are the keywords are available. To get the keyword list, okay, so you can import keyword, print keyword.kws. But observe here one of the import, this is also a keyword. You can check in the keyword list, import keyword is there or not. Where it is there, import keyword, here you can see import keyword is available. This is also one of the keyword. This keyword I'm using for what purpose? Importing library purpose. This is library or module. This library is having a keyword list. KW list is a class. Keyword is a library, KW list is a class. In this class, there are a lot of keywords are available. If you want to know what keywords are available, then these 2 lines of program, you can write it. Anywhere you can write it, not only in PyCharm editor. Same code you can write into IDLE also. IDLE editor is there, no? IDLE, Integrated Development Learning Environment. So this is the default editor when we install Python software. So here also you can write these 2 lines. Suppose here I'm importing keyword. Import keyword is a library and keyword dot KW list. Here, what is that print statement is not required. When I hit this, automatically keywords are coming or not? Yes. So these keywords are there. So just I'm showing anywhere it will work these 2 lines of code. So this is Python script to get complete keyword list in Python. But make sure that all keywords, these keywords are reserved for something. You cannot use this keyword any one as your own requirement. Like if you want to declare a variable, you cannot use any keyword name as a variable. For example, in my programming, a equals to 10 I'm using. This is correct. Print a, correct only this is. So now you can see this is correct. For example, any one of the keyword, for example, if is a keyword. I am using this if as what? Variable. You are using this keyword as a variable. That's not correct. Don't use that. So syntax error is there. Okay, why? Because in the keyword list, you can see when I try to execute this program, if is one of the keyword or not. Just observe here, if is one of the keyword. This keyword you are using in your program as variable, that's not correct. So this if is a keyword which is used to only for conditional check. So purpose is reserved if condition, but you are using what as a variable, it's not possible. So I'm saying that no keyword can be used as a variable, or no keyword can be used as our personal purpose. So every keyword is having a separate purpose. For that purpose only we have to use. For example, in this program, my purpose of using this keyword is what? I want to import some library. So I'm using import library. That's fine. Similarly, every keyword is having some purpose. Every keyword is reserved for some purpose. That's words are reserved words. We cannot use these words into our program as a variable or as a function or like that only. So keywords are reserved words whenever we use in the program that will convey a special message to the interpreter to do a particular task while executing the program. For example, I am executing this test1.py. So in this program, I am using import keyword. Immediately interpreter will understand that So programmer is expecting some importing keyword. So it will import. So we are conveying a special message to the interpreter by using keywords. These are the keywords or reserved words. Okay. Now, most important, and please be careful about this indentation levels. See, many of the new Python programmers, for example, those who are new to Python script, most of them will get confused here in this case only. I'm trying to explain you clearly. Please try to understand. Indentation. Okay, indentation. Before explain about indentation, let me show you one simple example. Normally, in other languages like C, C++ programming point of view or Java programming point of view, to consider a block of code, what they'll use open curly brackets, close curly brackets. For example, you are writing code in Java or C or C++, like int a equals to 10. This code is only for other languages. This code will not execute in Python. Just I want to make you understand clearly. That's what I'm writing. So if open bracket a equals to 10, close bracket, open bracket, curly brackets. I'm trying to do print f. Suppose if it is C language, then true I am saying that. Then else part I'm taking open bracket and close bracket. Then again print f. That is what actually false. So this code is very common in every language like C, C++, Java, C#, .NET. Now consider this. Int a equals to 10. A value I am assigning 10 value. I am checking condition. If 10 equal to 10. Equal to means comparison operator. Both are comparing. If it is true, then control will jump into where? Inside the if block. In case this condition is false, control will jump into where? Else block. But to consider a block of code in other languages, we use what? Open curly brackets, close curly brackets. In between, whatever the statements are there, these are belongs to if. These are belongs to else block. So block consideration purpose, in other languages, we use open bracket, curly bracket. But in Python, to consider a block of code, we use what? Indentation instead of open curly brackets, close bracket, curly brackets. Indentation generally in the normal editors like PyCharm editor, 4 spaces is indentation level. 4 spaces by default. Even at least 1 space is you can leave as an indentation level. Let me give the clarity. So how indentation will work in Python program. This program is for other languages like C, C++, Java. So let me write code in Notepad so that you will understand why I will not recommend to write code in Notepad in the initial stage without knowing syntax of Python. You will understand now. So let me open Notepad. Yes, we can also write code in Notepad also, Python code. I'm declaring variable a equals to 10. Okay. I'm checking condition if a equals to 10 colon. This is Python syntax. There is no brackets are required and colon is compulsory required. Later you will understand that syntax of if condition, else condition in Python. But here my intention is to show indentation levels. My intention is not explain about if else part. So if a equals to 10, I'm just comparing, press enter. As soon as when we press enter, cursor is blinking in the starting position. So usually programmer will start from here only. So I want to make true only. In case if condition is false, else, again cursor is blinking starting, then I'm writing code in false only here. This is my Python script. This is exactly Python script. Okay, a value 10, 10 equal to 10. If it is correct, then it will go to here. If not correct, then it will go to here. So I want to save this, Control S. I'm saving this file into desktop. So let me give that file name called test.py. Okay, just note this point. I'm just writing code in Notepad. Okay, minimize this. So your test.py file is ready, sir. It is ready to execute. So how we can execute this one? Normally you can use command prompt or else Python ideally also, no problem. I'm opening command prompt. My file is present on desktop, cd space desktop I'm using. And to execute Python script, what we need to pass? Python command, then test.py, then enter this. what we expect, sir? Line number 3, indentation error. Note this point, indentation error. Expected an indented block after if statement on line 2. Line 2 is there is a expected indented block, but when it comes to line number 3, there is an indentation error. Why this is happening? Because you can observe the code clearly. In other languages, to consider a block of code, there are clearly open brackets, close brackets. So this statements belongs to if block, this statements belongs to else block. Fine. But when it comes to Python, to consider a block of code, there is no curly brackets, but at least you have to use indentation levels. Indentation means what? 4 spaces I'm giving. But did I give 4 spaces or any single space? No. So if I write code like this line is separate, this line is separate, this line is separate. Every line is going to treat it as a separate. There is no block consideration, like if block consideration, else block consideration. To consider these statements under if block or to consider these statements under else block, then we have to use indentation. Indentation means 4 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces I'm giving. 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces I'm giving. Then now you can see here 4 spaces of indentation levels are matching. Yes. So that means this print true under comes into if block. That means when the if condition is true, this code will execute. Otherwise, this print is belongs to else block. When condition is false, control will jump into else block. Inside the else block, what could I have written? This will execute. So now we can click on save this because I have done changes. After saving, you can run same program, Python space test.py. Now you can see we got the output or no? Yes, true. We got the outputs are clear. True. It's true. So because of my code is working fine, because indentation levels very clear. So to consider a block of code in Python programming, we use indentation instead of brackets, like open bracket, open curly bracket, close curly brackets. For indentation, always compulsory 4 spaces required? No. At least 1 space is required, like 1 space, okay, and 1 space is required. Control S, save it. This will also work out. This time I'm going to use condition false, Control S. 100 equal to 10. It's not correct. It will go to false, simply. Now you can see, let me run this once again, Python space test.py. Now you can see we got the false result here. Hope you understand the indentation level. So what is the problem when we write directly code in Notepad? This is the problem. Generally, what many of the students will face this problem, indentation levels. If you don't aware of Python syntaxes, don't go with Notepad coding initial stage. After understanding complete syntaxes and indentation levels, once you got a clarity, then you can type code in anywhere, no problem at all. So in compared to other language programmers will use what? Curly brackets, open brackets, close bracket. So this code is belongs to if block, this code is belongs to else block. But when it comes to Python, there is no curly bracket supports, then only you have to maintain indentation level. Indentation means 4 spaces, empty spaces you have to leave. But the advantage of PyCharm is what you know. If I write same code in PyCharm, you can see this. If I write same code like test.py, I'm going, same code I'm writing, sir. Suppose a equals to 10. If a equals to 10, note this point. As soon as when we hit the enter button, where cursor is blinking, after taking by default indentation spaces or not, 4 spaces. So programmer has this start coding from here only. Okay. Then after that, press enter, go back, and else block I'm taking. When we hit the enter button, again indentation spaces are leaving. So this PyCharm editor automatically provide indentation levels whenever it is required. So you need not to get any confused. So there is no curly brackets. Automatically, if condition inside indentation levels are reaching. So once you run this directly, it will work fine. No problem. If your condition is false, it will go to else block. This is fine. But here also you can try to ignore the indentation. You can see I'm not giving indentation level. At least 1 space also I'm not giving after if condition. So here also you will get indentation level. Indentation error. expected an indented block after if statement on line number 3. At least one space is required. Then only this print belongs to this if condition. This print belongs to this else condition. If we don't give any spaces, that will not understand. This will treat it as every line is a separate line, but every line is not separate line. This is one portion, this is other portion. Okay, by default, why I'm taking 4 spaces indentation levels means normally editors will take 4 spaces by default indentation levels, but the spaces, that is up to you. Any number of spaces you can include, 4 or 3 or 2 or 1, any number of spaces you can include, no problem. So this is the indentation in Python, only to consider a block of code like function block, class block, while loop block, for loop block, if condition block, else condition block. To consider a block of code purpose, we use indentation, that is 4 spaces by default. Okay, so hope you understand. If not, still you can feel free to ask me, because most of the cases you will get confused in this case only, indentation levels only. Programmers will write code perfectly, but maybe indentation missing process, then you will get indentation errors. Please take care of the indentation levels. So this is indentation in Python programming, clear. Now coming to this, identifiers. See, normally whenever we are working with Python script, usually in the programming, we will declare so many variable names, so many function names, so many class names. Okay, the names we have to give them. So naming convention is very simple. Naming convention is very common. If I want to declare variable means you have to provide your name of the variable. If you want to create a class means you have to provide a class name or not. Yes, you can give any name or meaningful name, you can give it. But the name is nothing but what? Identifier. In Python, any name is called as identifier. Either it can be a variable name, or it can be a function name, or it can be a what we can say class name. Any name is called identifier. But while giving the name of the variable, name of the function, name of the class, there are some rules to define identifiers. So what are the rules are there? I'll tell you now. Rules to define identifier. Rules to define identifier. Rules to define identifier. What are the rules? Rule number 1. In Python, while giving the names, it can be allow lowercase as well as uppercase letters. Lowercase or uppercases. Any cases we can use. Okay, while giving the name. But identifiers are compulsory case sensitive, sir. Case sensitive means what? How the way you declare the names. Lowercase, you can only be accessed with lowercase. If you declare the names in uppercase, you can only be accessed with uppercase. So lowercase, uppercase, anyone you can use while giving the names, but make sure that while accessing same name through we can access. That is rule number 2. The identifiers are case sensitive. Let's try to understand the program here. So for example, here emp id is my variable name equals to 1234 I'm giving value. How I'm trying to access same way, emp id only. This will work fine, sir. But if I declare this emp id is the small letters, whenever I try to include capital letters, will it possible, sir? emp id? No. This name you define in a lowercase, but you are trying to access into uppercase. This is not correct. Name emp id is not defined. Name error, emp id is not defined. Okay. If I declare this emp id, yes, it is possible. So you have declared in capital letters, but you are trying to access into small letter. If you are trying to access capital letter, it will work. If I try to access in small letter, there is no possibility. So identifier means any variable name or function name or class name. It can be lowercase or uppercase, no matter. You can use it both. But while accessing compulsory, how the way you declare, same way how to access, because identifiers are case sensitive. But personally, I recommend to declare variables in the lowercase only all the time. Okay, lowercase. So what happens are if I declare this names in uppercase, so there is a some rule is there in Python. When the programmer declared all the names in capital letters, like names in capital letter, that indicates that this is a constant variable. This is what? Constant. You know, constant means according to C++ existing languages, the variable value can never be changed. But in Python, there is no constant concept. Constants will not support in Python. But if you want to make other programmers to understand, so I am declaring this variable in capital letters so that you should understand that my value is fixed. We cannot change the value. So just I'm conveying to other programmers while declaring this variable into capital letters. Once I declare this capital letter so that those who know already Python, they understand that. So he has declared this capital letter variable so that this value he wants to make fixed, you cannot able to change. But intentionally, if they want to change the value, they can change because Python do not support constant. Hope you understand that, what I mean to say. Okay, unnecessarily don't declare the variable or names in capital letters. If you go with the names in capital letter, that meaning is what? You are declaring your variable as a constant, means the value cannot be changed. You are asking to other programmers, don't change the value. If they want to change, they can change also because Python do not support constant. Only just for clear indication, it is constant. So in case if you want to make your variable as constant, you can use uppercase, but unnecessarily don't use uppercase. I recommend just lowercase letters only, declaring the variables in lowercase. This is good. Okay. So this is 2 rules are there. And rule number 3, identifiers allow digits. It will allow digits, sir. While declaring the names and all, we can include digits like 0 to 9 digits, any digits you can include. But identifier should not start with a digit. It should not start with a digit. Digit you can include, but your variable name or function name or class name, any name, it should not start with the digits. Okay. So for example, EMP1 ID 9. This is valid. EMP1 ID 9. This is valid, sir. EMP1 ID 9. This is valid. In case if I declare this starting with a digit, this is invalid because the name should not start with a digit. Syntax, sir. It will allow digit. Digit can be anywhere in the middle or last you can use, but it should not start with the digit. This is rule number 3 and 4. And rule number 5 and 6. It will allow underscore. Yes, underscore is possible, sir. So just I'm using underscore symbol. But make sure that identifier should not be 2 parts. It should not be 2 parts only. 2 parts of the identifier is not allowed. It will allow underscore and it should not be 2 parts. Okay. Suppose here EMP ID, EMP space ID I'm giving. EMP space ID is not valid. In case if you want to make your name in 2 parts, you can combine by using underscore symbol. This is not valid. So I'm just combining this EMP space ID, the space I'm covering with underscore, this is possible. So EMP IDs, this is valid. So identifier allow underscore and it should not be 2 parts. To consider 2 parts of identifier, then we can use underscore symbol. And one more important rule is there, 7th rule. If an identifier means any name in Python starts with the underscore, then it is considered as private. Then it is what? Private variable or private method like this. I'll talk about this scenario in object-oriented programming. Actually, this is not right situation to discuss about this, but even then I'll discuss now. For example, if your variable or method starts with underscore, okay, or double underscore, there are some scenarios there. Single underscore, there is a meaning separate. Double underscore starting meaning separate. But just I'm giving overview, like if your variable or method starts with single or underscore, double underscore, this is called private variable. Generally, in other languages, programmers will use private access modifier, public access modifier, protected, like that. So that restriction purpose. If your variable declared with the 2 underscore, this is private. Private in the sense in which class you declare the variable, on that particular class only we can use it. Outside the class, we cannot use it. But if identifier or variable not starts with any underscore, this is considered as a public. Public means no restriction on this. Anywhere you can access. I'll talk about this scenario in later sessions when I start object-oriented programming. That is the right situation to discuss about this private and public, all those things. But just strictly remember, if an identifier means any name, if it is starts with underscore, that is considered as a private only. As I said, that last rule number, we cannot use any keyword or reserved word as identifier. We cannot use any keyword or reserved word as identifier. Okay, so keywords are there. Just now, starting session, I discussed keywords list. Suppose here we have a def is a keyword. This keyword can be used normally to define a function in Python, but I am going to declare this keyword as a variable only. Is this possible? No, sir. Here you can see this is wrong. You can't use any keyword is a keyword as variable. If I go for DEFF, it's okay because this is valid identifier name. So this is not keyword. So this is you consider as a variable only. It's possible, no problem at all. Okay. So these are the rules and regulations while working with identifiers. Identifier is nothing but any name. It can be a variable name, it can be a class name, it can be a function name, it can be a constructor name. The names you must and should take care of these rules and regulations through. Lowercase, uppercase we can use, but case sensitive. If you declare lowercase, you have to access with lowercase only. If you declare in uppercase, you have to access in uppercase only. Digits are possible to allow. We can include any numbers while giving names, but the name should not start with a digit. Your name can be a 2 parts, but if you want to make 2 parts, then we can use underscore for combining the 2 parts only. So these are the rules and regulations while working with variables and function names and class names like this. And now coming to the variable is there. Variable is also identifier. Yes, sir. Yes. Variable is also considered as identifier. Yes, identifier only. Identifier. But variable is a separate definition is there. Variable is nothing but what actually? Variable is a named memory location. Variable is a named memory location. And while declaring variable in Python, while declaring the variables in Python, we need not to specify any data type. We need not to specify any data type because the reason is, already many times I discussed, because Python is a dynamically typed programming language. So based on the value, data type will decide implicitly. Based on the value, data type will decide implicitly. Implicitly means internally. Okay, because it is dynamically typed. Variable is also considered as identifier. Variable is a named memory location. While declaring the variables in Python, we need not to specify any data type because Python is a dynamically typed programming language. And based on the value, data type will be decided implicitly. For example, I'm taking variable name is A. It is a named memory location of 10. So 10 value is going to store into which memory address? A. A is a named memory location of 10. So did I mention before A, any data type? No data type is required. So based on the value, internally, Python interpreter will assign for this variable A data type only. If you want to know which data type is assigned for your variable, there is a built-in function called type. Type is a built-in function which is used to get data type of the variable. What data type it is? Integer type. And if my value is like 10.9, what data type is assigned? Float type. If my value is name like this Sai, what data type assigned? String type, group of characters. If my value is only single character, will it be a character? No. There is no char data type in Python. Even in single character also will be considered as what? String. str represent string only. Whatever we include in the double quotes like numbers completely, it is string format only. Even if I don't give anything also, This is string only. So please consider this. I'll explain you again later whenever I start data type concept in next session so that you'll understand. So there is no char data type in Python. Single character also will be considered as string object only, str. Okay, this is variable. It's a named memory location. And now coming to the last concept today, multiple assignment. See, normally this is what assignment? Single assignment. Just observe. I'm assigning a single value to this variable. This is single assignment. But in Python, there is a concept called multiple assignment. Multiple assignment means what? Multiple assignment is the process of assigning the multiple values, multiple values to multiple variables, and also multiple assignment is the process of assigning a single value to multiple variables. This is multiple assignment concepts. Multiple assignment is the process of assigning the multiple values to multiple variables and assigning single value to multiple variables. Let's see this quickly example. Suppose I'm taking A equals to B equals to C equals to 10. So only one single value I'm assigning to how many variables? 3 variables. This is multiple assignment concept. A equal to B equal to C equals to 10. Now you can see A, B, C like this, 10, 10, 10 like this. And sir, I want to display this all values in single line. So single line also we can display. How we can A comma B comma C like this. So once I run this, you will get single line expression like this. But each and every value is separate. I want to separate them by using some comma separator or any separator. To separate the value, then we use a separate attribute is there. It is SET is the attribute. So this is equal to symbol I'm using as a separator. So we get values. So values are displayed into comma separator. You can separate any symbol, like I'm giving colon symbol for separating the values. So colon is there available. This is multiple assignment. Single value I'm assigning to multiple variables. And also we can assign multiple values to multiple variables. A comma B comma C equals to 10, 20, 30. We are assigning what? Multiple values to what? Multiple variables. And this also will work out. But now observe here, I'm using ABC. We are using single line expression like ABC separator is can use. So you also print all these values line by line also. How I can print A is separate line, print B is separate line, print C is I'm printing line by line. But my requirement is what you know. So if I print this all print statement, if I print this all values in line by using 3 print statements, but still my output should be like this only, 10, 20, 30 only, in a single line only. How I can make? So we can use end attribute here. End with separator also we can use. Here also I'm using end attribute with separator. So end attribute can be used to display values in the same line only. After printing A, it will not jump into next line. It will start with same line only. That's what we are using end attribute. Even though I'm using multiple print functions, but the output is not coming line by line, but still I'm making to display within the same line only with end attribute with comma separator. It's possible. For last C variable, end attribute is not required because after C we don't have any value. If you have any value after C, then you can use end attribute for C also. So this is the concept of multiple assignment and variables and rules to define identifier, indentation, comment section, which is most important fundamental concept. Once you're aware of this, then we can able to write any type of programming with Python. So this is the 4th session we completed, and tomorrow 5th session, that is last session of demo purpose. Okay, and the link also will work only for tomorrow. You can join on the same link tomorrow also at same time. But after tomorrow attending session, you can confirm the things compulsory. So you can give the confirmation to Durga Soft team whether you are going to continue this course or not. You can tell to them so that we will have our plan. So those who already joined, so for them I have to start the sessions completely. So this is completely Python package course, which I said many times in our class. So in this course, 3 subjects I'm going to cover completely from scratch to high end. That is Python core and advanced, Django, including UI technologies, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap basics, and REST API, Django REST framework. So total duration of this Python package course is 3.5 months to 4 months. And if you want to enroll for only Python also, you can enroll. So 45 days is enough. And everyday session recordings I will send to your Google Drive along with complete soft copy of material. Okay. So you will get recorded lectures once you enroll for this course. But if you are new to this session, your first time you are joining my session today, if you want to watch my previous videos, I strongly recommend to just do YouTube here and search in YouTube Durga Soft. Okay, go to YouTube official website and go check search in Durga Soft here. You can type Durga Soft. You will able to find out Durga Soft official YouTube channel, Durga Soft. Here, this is Durga Software Solution. And you can click on the playlist option here, playlist. And recently, whatever my batches are there, this batch is recently started 3 days back. Now you can see Python plus Django plus REST API demo, 3 videos they uploaded yesterday up to. And this is the fourth video. They will also upload here. You can watch my videos, previous lectures if you want. And no worries, these 3 lectures and today lecture 4 videos also I will send to your Google Drive. But only the thing is, once you have to enroll for this course while contacting to Durga Soft. These projects will be covered in Django REST API, as I mentioned in my demo session itself. I think you are new to this session. That's what you are asking. No problem. Projects included in Django. Django with Python script compulsory. Okay. So this is today's session, and tomorrow we'll continue on the same link at same time. Please, if you wish to continue the sessions, you can join this Python package course or only Python. Just contact to Durga Soft immediately. And tomorrow only you can able to attend on this link. Then after that, only those who register, those who enroll for this course, for them only we will send a short link so that that students only can able to join. So you can decide that whatever you want. Okay, no matter it is. Any questions from your side, you can. We will discuss project for Python as well as Django. Okay, a small project will include in Python and Django, completely website designing, web-based projects we will include. 2 projects will include in Django. Yes. And my recording videos are lifetime access. Yeah, you can do this, no problem. And complete soft copy of material, Django, REST API, Python, clear documentation is there. Once you watch that material step by step, no student will get confused. Like that way, I prepared step by step. So you will become good at Python package compulsory once you join for this course. Okay, so that much I'm giving confident. So you will never disappoint for sure that. I'll not make you disappoint once you join for this course. That much guarantee I can give that. So still, if you have any question, you can feel free to ask me now. And once you enroll for this course, we have a lot of WhatsApp group is there. Lot of students are there here in that group. So I will add you in that group also. So every day we have to discuss some questions also. I'll post on that WhatsApp group. We have to practice that. And interview questions daily we'll discuss in that WhatsApp group. And that WhatsApp group also, any job openings, job links also I'll post on that WhatsApp group. So compulsory daily interaction will be there in WhatsApp group. There are a lot of students are there, 100+ students are there in our WhatsApp group. Only Python I created. Once you enroll for this course, you will be a part of WhatsApp group also, and class information and all the details will post sometimes in WhatsApp group also, links also, and complete interview questions and somewhat practice questions also. I'll give some which type of questions there you have to solve it, and you have to post back in the WhatsApp group itself, and many students interaction will be there. Okay. Yes. Or else, if you don't want to join in that WhatsApp group, you can feel free to contact me through mail also. No issues. Because everyday material and daily videos also you will get through my mail. No, you can easily contact through mail. No issues. So that's all. Thanks for attending this session. Have a nice time. Tomorrow we'll continue on same link at same time.